They say evil doesn't always knock loudly. Sometimes, it arrives in the form of a smiling doll with stitched fangs and hollow eyes. Something so strange, so innocent-looking, it slips past your guard. That's exactly what many people believed when they brought home a Labubu doll. Cute, quirky, collectible. But what if that's not all it is? What if behind that strange, mischievous grin lies something darker? Something watching you when you're asleep, something feeding off your silence. This isn't just a story about a toy. This is about what people have experienced after bringing Labubu into their homes. Unexplained shadows, flickering lights, voices in the dark, sleep paralysis, pets barking at nothing, children waking up screaming. Could this be coincidence? Or is Labubu more than just a designer figure? Labubu started as a collectible art toy from a brand called Pop Mart. Born out of Hong Kong and spreading like wildfire across Asia, Europe, and eventually the United States. Marketed as a monster with a kind heart, it was meant to be playful, strange, and harmless. But something changed. As the toy's popularity exploded on social media, stories began surfacing. Stories that weren't about admiration, but fear. A woman in Indonesia claimed her Labubu doll moved places when no one was around. A collector in Germany said their dog refused to enter the room where the doll was kept. In Mexico, a teenage girl reported hearing whispers in the night after placing the doll on her bookshelf. And in the Philippines, someone posted footage of their Labubu figure falling off a locked shelf. At the exact same time their door creaked open on its own. These weren't just isolated incidents. Entire forums on Reddit, YouTube, and TikTok began flooding with eerie accounts. People who claimed Labubu's eyes seemed to follow them. Others who swore the doll smiled wider over time. Even collectors who burned or threw away their Labubu only to find it reappearing. There were even stories of sleep paralysis where witnesses saw shadowy figures standing over their beds, only to wake up with the doll lying closer than they remember placing it. Some call it mass hysteria. Some say it's just people reading too much into things. But when the same kinds of stories come from different countries, different cultures, and different languages, it's hard to dismiss entirely. What makes this even stranger is that Labubu doesn't look traditionally evil. It doesn't have red eyes or blood-stained clothes like horror movie dolls. Instead, it's mischievous, almost cartoonish, something that appeals to both adults and children. And maybe that's why it's more disturbing. Evil that hides behind a smile is the most dangerous kind. In many cultures, it's believed that spirits, especially trickster demons, attach themselves to objects that invite energy, especially things that are displayed, loved, or obsessed over. Labubu fits this perfectly. It's collected, it's worshipped, and in some homes, it's treated almost like a spiritual idol. Could that be what opens the door? In Thailand, monks have warned against keeping strange-faced idols in sleeping areas. In Pakistan, people reported that their Labubu dolls caused family members to fall ill or suffer recurring nightmares. In Japan, there's a belief in tsukumagami, spirits that inhabit objects that are old or deeply cherished. Could Labubu be a modern version of that legend? In some African traditions, dolls are used to store spiritual energy or even curses. And in the US, paranormal investigators have started looking into Labubu cases after one particularly chilling report. A woman from Ohio who kept her Labubu collection in a glass case said she woke up with claw-like scratches on her back, despite sleeping alone. She later moved the dolls to her garage, but the activity didn't stop. Perhaps what's most terrifying is the way Labubu toys are marketed. Randomized blind boxes, rare editions, mysterious releases, almost as if the process itself is designed to create obsession. When people obsess, they open doors. And when doors open, things enter. Is it possible that the very design of Labubu is intentional? Not just for art, but for invocation? Some researchers point out that Labubu's signature wide grin and sharp teeth resemble traditional demon masks used in Southeast Asian rituals. Others mention the fact that its oversized ears and vacant stare are similar to depictions of forest spirits in Nordic folklore. It's as if this doll was made to look playful, but holds ancient symbolism from multiple belief systems, hidden in plain sight. One viral TikTok video showed a woman in Malaysia trying to burn her Labubu after experiencing weeks of unexplainable occurrences. The doll didn't burn easily. Its eyes melted, but the smile remained intact. Still think it's just a toy? There's even a theory circulating online that Pop Mart itself might not fully understand what they've created. While officially, they deny any connection to the occult or paranormal, they've never publicly addressed the rising volume of horror stories connected to their product. Some believe the artists behind Labubu may have unintentionally or intentionally channeled something ancient during the design process. One rumor claims that the original prototype was based on a dream the creator had a dream they later described as too vivid, too real, and too unsettling to forget. And isn't that how many horror stories start? With a dream that becomes real. Collectors who once loved Labubu are now selling their dolls online in fear. Others are locking them in boxes, refusing to throw them away because they're afraid of what might happen if they do. Some influencers now include warnings in their Labubu unboxing videos, and others have deleted their content entirely. One girl from South Korea even posted a tearful apology video, saying she mocked the stories, only to experience what she now believes was a possession attempt. So, is Labubu truly demonic? Or is it simply a magnet for spiritual energy? Something that reflects back the darkness inside the person who owns it? Maybe it's not cursed at all. Maybe it's us. Maybe our obsession with collecting, displaying, and worshiping has brought something to life that was never supposed to wake up. Maybe the devil doesn't wear Prada. Maybe it wears a stitched smile and sits quietly on your shelf. What do you believe? Is Labubu just a misunderstood piece of art? Or have we invited something into our homes that we can't control? Something watching, waiting, and laughing with that eerie little grin. This is Moko Views, where we uncover the stories that others are too scared to tell. If this gave you chills, imagine what we're covering next. Like, share, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Would you keep a Labubu doll in your room after this? Or would you get rid of it before it's too late?